Welcome. Welcome to today's Achieve Mastermind call. And today is all about elevating your business. So put your hands in the sky, elevate your arms, elevate your chest, your heart. Take a breath in, relax your belly, and just soften and release and be with yourself. Breathe. The more you're with yourself, bring your hands down. Keep your heart up. The more you're with yourself, the more people can feel you. The more you're thinking, the harder it is for people to really feel you. And people buy from the heart. And most of us are living from the heart, wanting to serve from the heart, wanting to grow our businesses from the heart. And so we, from a physical standpoint, can literally be in our heart, lifting up, open, because when we're closed, it's really harder to connect. So today, same thing, just use this next half hour or so to practice staying open, staying up, staying lifted. And what I want to do today, we're going to continue what we've been doing the last few weeks, is really diving in on some one-on-one Q&A to support you for where you are right now. I want you to think about your number one question, and I want to point something out, is that we are about to wrap up quarter one. And, I want you to really feel into your revenue goal. And revenue does not always flow evenly. We all know that. And at the same time, what I really want for y'all this year is let's get intimate with numbers so that your life can be easier. And the more you put attention on something, the more it's likely to grow. So I want you to feel into where you are now and coming up on the end of the first quarter with your numbers. And then where you want to be by the end of the year. Are you 25% there? And if you're not, that's okay. The first year I made over six figures, I made 42,000 in December. So like I said, it doesn't always come same amount all the time. And you don't want to wait till December to make the money. So let's, really feel into those numbers, this week and next week and the next couple of weeks, and get intimate with them so that you can see the actions that you need to take in order to reach your year-end goals. What I'm really helping you with right now is thinking in a little bit more of a 12-week cycle, a quarterly cycle, instead of the whole year. If we think in the whole year, it can get a little overwhelming. We can get a little lost in all the things. And so what if you were to say, okay, where am I right now, coming up at the end of first quarter? And then what do I want to make happen April, May, June? So second quarter, right? And we are here to support you. I am here. I can help you. I can tell you exactly what to do. Whether you do it or not is up to you. So we're going to talk just one more thing here, is that I want to give you just a short little training on what I really believe is going to work for success to get to, selling high-end offers. That's a lot of what we talk about here on these calls. I love what Leslie said. It was challenged. She was challenged. There's some accountability. She keeps showing up, right? And getting ideas about how to create the revenue she wants and how to fill the spots that she has open. And then she's taking the action. Even though, Leslie, was it really something you were wanting to do? What was going on there?
And I used all my initial resistance, which was very accurate. And then I said, what the fuck do I have to lose? So I did it. And then I was tremendously successful and surprised. And now people who are not interested or available for this retreat have sent me several different referrals, just like you said was going to happen. So I have this really awesome VIP invitation list for the next one that other people really want to already participate in, as well as a new practitioner who wants to actually do it with me. And so it's already expanded and grown, but it required me to step over that hurdle of, I don't want to, what if they don't like my stuff? I got really clear on, this is business, not personal. And so I don't care if you said no, but do you know someone who might say yes? And I told the story all week that I have this really powerful coach who said, you don't have to do shit, but if you want to be successful, you should probably get out there and do more. So
high five. Let me get some sparkle fingers for Leslie. Yeah, let's give her some high fives. Yeah, way to go, honey. Now, I know this is not comfortable. Go elevating yourself, owning your worth, really stepping into alignment with your true brilliance and what you're meant to do in this world. It ain't easy. And we're here for you. You don't have to do it alone.
I
So
feel
that's
it
what,
this week. Thank you.
yeah, I want you guys all to feel supported. So keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. So who has a question? Let's dive in because she's having success. Let's everybody have success, right? Let's just dive in. So who has a question, about what I'd love you to think about, like I said, is this revenue stuff. Like, what do you want to do between now and June to make sure you're in a space that's supporting your bigger vision? Who wanted to sparkle fingers me up? Anybody, biggest question? Kelly, do you have one?
I'm sure I could think of one.
Let me ask you, do you feel, you don't have to, I'm asking you, do you have any questions about high-end offers, selling more, making more money?
I think that where it gets complicated for me is I have multiple different avenues. Like with my nonprofit, then I have coaching, then I have speaking, and they're all different avenues of being able to create revenue. And I guess that's where my challenge lies, is figuring out like which one do I stick with specifically, because I have like high-end-ish offers on my coaching side. And then all the other ones are more like the nonprofit isn't as much per se. So
Okay.
I think that's my biggest challenge.
I'll ask you some questions. So who here has multiple things they offer? Sometimes it's confusing. Yeah, I get it. So let's play with it. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys come back and ask these questions, we'll figure it out. We'll help you figure it out. There's lots of ways to do it. So the first thing is, you're the boss, right? You choose, what's best for the people you talk to. What I would ask is, one thing is I actually just worked with a chief member yesterday on his offers. And it was like, okay, what if you did a business growth program and a business growth and faith program? There was more. So I'll give you some examples and we'll play with yours. I have business coaching. I can help you make money. I have body coaching, and I can help you do both. Right? It's in different forms, whether it be online course, a group program, a retreat, a speaking event, a workshop. I mean, I could go on and on about how I can make money doing that, right? But it is business growth or it is body alignment, reshaping, all the body stuff, right? And then some people sign up for both. I also have other revenue streams like Achieve as a referral. I have a liquid collagen product that I love that I'll share. You guys will see me, so it's not like I'm doing, sharing anything you guys haven't seen already. So what I know is this, my big goal is, how can I keep people healthy and wealthy? I know that health and wealth are directly related. I care about wealth because it's the root issue of a lot of problems in the world. I care about health because people are in pain in their body, they're not happy. So it goes together. Happy people usually make more money. It's not always that people with money are always healthy, though. It doesn't always work the other way around. So can you see, I'm sharing my vision. I see a world someday where people can be happy, healthy, and wealthy. We live in a social structure that there's some sort of idea that we can't. I don't like it. I'm breaking that. That's my intention. So can you feel me here? Okay. So does it really matter what I sell? As long as I help people make money and change their body and feel healthy and happy, healthy, wealthy, heaven on earth kind of thing. That's what my vision is. I watch a lot of sci-fi.
That's awesome.
So what is your vision? I have a feeling it's something about the mind. Mental health.
Yeah, I mean, my big vision, I know exactly where I'm going as far as my vision with BCC evolution, and I need the A, B, C, D, E, F, Gs instead of the Zs. And so my big vision is multiple chapters. We're just as big as American Foundation of Suicide Prevention and or NAMI. We have multiple education programs and multiple educators throughout the nation.
Okay. So the thing is that's the big vision. So at all times, if you're, say you're making revenue one way and it's not exactly toward that, right? You every single day want to put at least 10 minutes in toward it. Don't like either this or that. There's no reason why you can't do it all. Now, if you're stressed out, that's a whole nother thing. Maybe you don't need to be doing a bunch of things, but I don't feel that from you. I think you could actually do multiple things at one time and it'd be okay. So if you're going to launch like something that's a group thing, you could still launch something. You say, hey, you could have this or that if you wanted to with people. You could do that and it would be okay. As long as your bigger vision is to help people in a certain way and build toward that every day, you'll get there. So is there a scenario that comes up? Is there like some one person you're talking to and you're not sure?
Well, I mean, a lot of things are really starting to roll now. So like we just got in with Cherry Creek Schools and that's been like a year in the making. So, which is awesome. And then I just am starting to lock in a contract with like gymnastic places for speaking and our education. And so there's a lot of things that are building in. I think where the disconnect lies is more so like my board and myself, so that I'm not doing it all myself. I mean, being the boss, that's what I'm doing, but it's also getting everybody else on board to be able to move it further even more. Okay.
I'm going to send you a message after this. I'm going to, because this is kind of a bigger conversation, I think, around team building. I'm going to send you a couple ideas. I don't just to share them with you here, but just so you guys know. Consistent meetings. Are you having consistent meetings with everybody?
Yeah, we meet once a week.
Okay, weekly meetings. And are you able to give more? Like tell people to do more, delegate more?
I'm starting to, yes.
Okay, so great. Beautiful. Congratulations. One, you have a team. Two, you're passing stuff off. Sit down and make a list. And of all the activities you do, look at the ones you can pass off and do as much of that as you can. We all need to do this often. Actually, if we have a team, you need to like sit down every 3 to 6 months and be like, what am I doing that can free up time that I can pay somebody else to do and use that time to generate more? Your time becomes more valuable than pushing buttons or making calls or sending letters or whatever the thing is you're doing that's not serving maybe the highest value. So just literally, you'd be surprised. Write down, you probably do 50 things. Write those 50 things or more down. And then let's see how we can get you some time and get somebody else doing stuff. It's really just me with them telling them what to do. And as long as, I have a team and I always ask them, I say, hey, how does this feel? Does this activity feel okay? Because if they don't like it, they ain't going to do it. So I always make sure I have 2 different people that do different kinds of things. And usually if it doesn't fit one, it fits the other. Actually, I have 3 people. If it doesn't fit those 2, it fits the third. So is that helpful? Just making the list really is just the awareness is the key.
Yeah, I actually yesterday, because I was sitting here and I was like, so I started making my list because I was like, man, I could probably pass off some of this stuff. I just have to get to the place that I'm able to hire or bring somebody on, but I could also just use my board that are all there for me. So
yeah, what do they say? Many hands make light work. You'd be surprised how little you have to pay people to get a lot off your plate.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I have one more idea with this. If you take that list, now everybody listen, I learned this, it's pretty powerful. If you take that list, say you have 50 things you do, put them in categories. A, things you have to do, like you have to show up and speak. Like I have to show up here for you at 2:30 on Tuesdays. It's like not somebody else. I can bring on a guest sometime if I have to do something, but it's me. So then there's the second column. So the first stuff you have to do, the second stuff you could give away. And the third stuff that, anybody could do, it's really not that important. A lot of that stuff you can just stop doing and nobody needs to do. It's a waste of time. Or do you really need to do this one? Well, I don't know. Can you think of anything? Can anybody think of anything in the business you're kind of doing? You're like, I don't really need to be doing that. It's not giving me money. It's not giving me clients.
Yeah, I already took off a bunch of those types of things on my list. I'm really focused on kind of what you're saying, the productive actions of that leads to my goal, which I want to kind of mention to you here when you're done.
I love it. Would you be willing to share one thing you stopped doing or just kind of let go of? You're like, yeah, we don't need to do that anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, one of them is I don't just respond to emails any time of day. Okay. Or this one happened a while ago. I took my email notifications off my phone because it's just a distraction because you get so many emails. And so that's one big thing for me, is just being able to stay, for instance, when I want to go on social media and, just do my interactions and whatever I need to do, for my marketing and branding, then I schedule it as opposed to just getting on there anytime. So that's one of the things that I do, because you can get on there and then you can lose track of where you're at. And you're like, oh shit, I meant to do this. So I force myself to be disciplined to say, okay, this is the time of day or this is the time slot that I'm going to do that.
Time, so valuable to pay attention to. I'll share one. I love those, JB. That's really great. I stack the times when I'm on camera, like the days I'm on camera and not. Like, I won't be on camera one day fully, and another, I'm not on camera every day of the week or every day that I work. I don't work every day of the week. But I stack that because partly it actually takes time to set up the lights. It's not much, but it takes a little bit, and makeup and stuff. I'll still be cleaning all that, but I don't need to put earrings on, makeup on, do all that. I'll do phone calls and I'll do computer work some days, and I'll do, so it's like these little subtle things that can save time. And now, that could be just something you get rid of one day, but not every day, right? That's cool. All right. That was great, Kelly. Thank you for sharing. Was that helpful for anybody?
Yep.
Sparkle fingers. All right, good. All right, JB, what is you want to share, honey? I want to hear.
Well, I'm really glad I jumped on this call, because I've been looking for support in certain areas. Because one of my goals, my biggest goal, I was looking back when you asked that question about the first quarter, and looking back and say, okay, what did I accomplish? What did I want to accomplish, and how much of that did I accomplish? And most of that was behind the scenes work, getting things set up for the second quarter, right?
Yep.
And so now for my second quarter, my big goal is to by the end of the second quarter, April, May, June, is to bring on 10 new one-on-one speaker coaching clients, right?
Okay.
And so that's my goal. And so my biggest challenge is being consistent in the actions that lead to that.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. I'm gonna pull a calculator out. You want to do the numbers?
Yeah, as far as
we're gonna do the numbers, figure out the actions you need to do.
Okay.
And how many days it's gonna take you to do it, and then we're gonna say, you just told all of us we're gonna hold you accountable.
I love that. That's exactly what I need, what I'm looking for. All right. And so
yay! All right, anybody excited about this numbers thing? Because anybody else want to bring on who would like to get 10 clients by June? Yay, thumbs up. Okay, so let's just say for everybody here, put in the chat what your goal is in terms of the number of clients, and we'll just do the numbers. JB, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Just kind of, if you don't know the exact answer, just kind of notice what comes up.
I probably do, but we'll see. I'm gonna notice what comes up anyway. I've done a lot of work on this as far as laying out the numbers and what I want, that kind of stuff. So this is good.
What is your conversion rate? Like how many, when you offer to say, how many people does it take do you offer to before they step in and pay you?
Between 4 and 5.
That's what I was feeling. Let's go 5 just to do the max number. So that's a 20% conversion.
Yeah.
That's what I would feel from you too, in terms of your expertise and I would say you're probably 20% or higher.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's say you want 10 people. So you need to make 50 offers, right?
50. Yeah.
Okay. So that's 50 offers. Let's take the same conversion, 20%. And that's how many people you need to reach out to get on the phone with 50 people. So 50 times 5 is 250. So I would, if I were you, over the next 5 days, sit down and reach out to 50 people each day.
Over the next 5 days.
Now, if that feels too much because you got a lot going on or something,
No,
maybe you do.
No, it don't feel like too much, because here's the thing.
Mhm.
That's why I spent the first quarter putting a lot of stuff in place. This is my major focus. And so I'm getting to where I got 3 major focuses during the day. Okay.
Love it.
One of them is prospecting, which is why I want some structure around it. One of them is prospecting for these for my one-on-one coaching clients. Okay. The
Yep.
other one is prospecting for my investment real estate clients. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. And so I got my day broken up to, okay, this is the hour that I'm going to spend doing this. Those are, so 3,
Yeah.
so it's priority. So that's priority. So whatever it takes, I'm going to make that happen. So need to 5, you said, no, I heard
50.
you calculate 50 times 5. What was the 5?
5 is the 20% conversion. So if
Gotcha.
you were to,
Okay.
ideally, what I would do is private message. We'll talk about how in a second.
Okay.
Private message people, 250 of them. The
Okay.
likelihood based upon a 20% conversion, if you just do, at this point, when you have your offer and all your stuff together, it's just a numbers game, right?
Exactly. And I just need to get better at that part.
Yep, we got you.
I love that. Okay. And so, yeah, 50 offers and
50 reach outs a day
50 reach outs.
for 5 days, get 250 reach outs. That should give you 50 calls on your calendar and 10 clients. Now if you did, this is max. I think I don't even think you have to do all that. Like I think, or you'll have more people in the program, which you'll be fine. You'll figure that out because you'll hire more help or something, because you'll have more money. You'll be fine. So it's really simple. And I would just, and so let me ask you, do you have an email list of at least that many or more that would be interested?
I have an email list. I can't say that all of them be interested, but I have an email list with a little over 1,500 probably.
Well, that's, I think you could make it happen. I think you could get 200. Like I would sit down and do direct reach outs to him, not,
yeah, that's what I want to
blasts.
do. Yeah, I don't want to do blasts. I want to do direct reach outs.
Yeah, you say, hey, there's this one super simple reach out strategy. If look it up and you'll like, because you like strategies stuff and historical stuff has been used a lot, is the Dean Jackson's 9-word email.
Dean Jackson
9-word email. And it's something like, hey, Joe, do you still need help with your speaking? Or do you still need help growing your business or marketing with your business or whatever they need help with? If these people you already know.
Okay.
If you don't, it's just, do you need any help with your speaking? And then when they come back and say, yeah, I say, I have some ideas for you. Do you want to chat? That's all I say, because I do. I'm an idea woman. You're an idea man. It's not like you're going to go on the floor and not have ideas, And so you could have an application page or go directly to your calendar, whatever you like to do, your process. But if you do 250 of those super simple reach outs, hey, do you need any help with your speaking? Like you could do, Katrina, do you need any help with your fitness before the summer, your body, your mind, body, any of that kind of wording that somebody might be in tune with. And then also I would say Kelly even here said she could do help you with referrals. So the second piece is the 250 reach outs. And then also I'm going to give you a little strategy if you want to use it.
Okay.
You could get in front of more people by doing your own like virtual little speaker conference or something, where you got a bunch of speakers and said, hey, I want to talk to speakers, and you talk to them about speaking, but they speak on different stuff. They don't teach speaking. They speak on, say, for example, sales. I speak on sales. Oh, and then you talk about how'd you start your speaking career, but you talk about speaking. right?
Yeah.
And so you could get in front of other people's audiences by doing a short conference, like a 1 day, maybe a 10 speakers, 20 minutes each. They send your event out to their email list. Those people join your email list. Then you make the offer. You could put this together in like 2 weeks if you wanted to.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you know enough speakers, it would be pretty easy, I think. And they have email lists they'd be willing to share because everybody loves JB. Who doesn't love JB? Everybody love JB? All right, all right. Yeah,
You're
so
awesome. I
that
love
would
it.
be another way if you want to get in front of more people. But before you even do that, I would just contact your own people that know you,
Yeah.
and then do this direct reach out, do the
Okay.
50 a day, and I would put money on it that you'll get your 10.
Excellent. I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
I
you
love
could do, if you do email, you could do Facebook Messenger, you could do text messaging, you probably have people. So any way you have people, I would get to them how they like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is helpful. Thank you.
And then you come back next week if you can, or let us know in 2 weeks.
No,
We're not saying-
you're on my calendar. You're on my calendar every week because now, as I text you and told you, I didn't have the time and day. Now that I do, it's a priority, and I schedule around it because this is one of the pieces I need for to reach that goal. So
I love it. This is great. You're going to reach it because we're just going to focus on it. We're going to help. We're just going to make sure you do.
awesome.
Right. And I want to pause and bring forward something that you shared for everybody. I have it in my calendar at noon every day. Everybody should just do this. Find a time in your day. If you're not at your reaching your revenue goals, especially, and even if you are, you probably want to grow. Like you still need to stay in the game. At least once a week, if not every day, a 1 hour lead gen and or some sort of prospecting, as JB said it.
Mm-hmm.
Prospecting, lead generation, something where you're making offers, whether the offer be to invite them to a free thing, a paid thing, it doesn't matter, but connect, because business is about relationship, it's not about strategy. So that was really powerful. I really appreciate that share, JB.
It was powerful for me. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, anybody else have any last minute questions before we hop off that you need help with? Come back next week. We'll answer your questions. We'll do numbers. We'll help you with messaging, anything you need. Appreciate you guys being here. All right, let's wrap up this first quarter really powerfully. Bye, friends.
Take care, Lila. Thank you.